The complementary angles are just two angles with the sum of 90. What does sum means? Sum means you're adding two of the angles and they'll equal the value of 90 degrees. Okay. Here we have example number 1. Here it does not state that it's a complementary angle, but you can assume that it is complementary. Why? Because here you're given a right angle marking. You see a right angle marking, automatically you know that right angles will always equal to 90 degrees. You have two angles here, angle 1 and angle 2, and ask you to find the value of x. You can use the value of 90 and the value of 50 to find the value of angle 1. But you need to know what equation you need to do, right? Some of us can just do it mentally and get the answers right away. That is fine. But we'll do another exercise, of course, that will require you to write down the geometric statements, which is angle 1 plus angle 2 will equal to 90 degrees. How do we know? Because it's given in that marking. Okay. The next one here is, oops, sorry about that. What did I do? I substitute the values of angle 1, which is x here, the value of angle 2, which is 50, and then the value of 90 is the total, right? I'm saying when I add this to, it will equal the value of 90 because there's a right angle right here. The next step here is to minus 50 on both sides of the equation. I'm going to remove plus 50 with minus 50 out of this expression and put it to the next expression. 90 minus 50, that will equal to 40. I drop down x here. X, the degree of x equals to 40 degrees. Notice that I'm always writing down degrees when I'm working with angles. This will really separate the values whenever I'm dealing with segments and when I'm dealing with angles. A lot of students, that's where the misconception happens, when you're really not sure what you're working with. Are you working with angles or are you working with segments? The degree will always determine that fact. Okay. Okay. Double check your work always. 40 plus 50. X. I'm going to substitute x with 40, and then plus that with 50. That will equal 90. So I know that x equals 40 is the correct answer. Okay. Now let's try a different example here. Now, once again, we're not working with numbered angles, we're working with lettered angles, just so you can be accustomed to that, those problems. Here, it's given that RTB, which is talking about this angle here, oops, RTB, more, and angle BTW, talking about this angle here, are complementary angles. What does the complementary angles mean? Whenever they state this, that means they'll equal 90 degrees. Okay, so you know that the angle of RTB plus the value of BTW will equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so technically, you're saying, Mr., it's so hard to write down the statement. It's basically, we already said it, right? We're saying that RTB plus BTW, when added together, they'll equal to 90 degrees, right? I just wrote down RTW just so it's formality. The question is asking us find the value of RTB, right? Find the value of RTB and BTW. You already said the statement so many times, right? RTB plus BTW will equal the whole angle, which is RTW. All we need to do is just substitute the values of those angles here. RTB will equal to 4x, BTW will equal to 5x, and the whole angle RTW, we know that it's complementary, so we know that it automatically equals to 90 degrees. Always listen or read what's given to us. That is always going to be your key to answering each question. If you're not reading the givens, then you're going to have a hard time. The next here, I got a 9x here. because here I added 4x plus 5x. I didn't use any equation rules. I didn't need to transfer it. So all I need to do is just combine 4x plus 5x is 9x. Next, I have to get rid of 9 away from x. Get rid of 9 away from x. There's a multiplication symbol in between 9x. The inverse of multiplication is division. So divided with the same integer, which is positive 9 on both sides. And 9 divided by 9 will be 1. 90 divided by 9 is 10. X equals 10. Don't forget to always double check your work. So I'll substitute the value of x with the value of 10. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 10 is 50. When I add it together, then 40 plus 50 equals to 90. Then I know that the value of x equals 10 is verified. Oops, let me put that up. 40 times 10 is 40. 50 times 10 is 50. Add 40 plus 50 will equal 90. And if the equation balances out, then you know that x equals 10 degrees. That's when you know that you are done with the assignment. Okay? Or you have shown proofing. Okay, that's complementary angles. Now we're going to